Let's wrap up this Packer module with the CI/CD pipeline of Packer and Terraform. So as we have seen the tools Terraform, Ansible and Packer. So now let's try to build a pipeline. Of course, we are not demonstrating this pipeline. We are going to discuss theoretically and how does it work. If you would like to explore the pipeline of CI/CD pipeline of Packer, Terraform and Ansible together, you can do it. I will show you the way to do so you can do it. Okay, we're going to wrap up this part with this one. Let's jump into this. So it begins with a DevOps guy and dev plus ops. I'm saying both. It's not just a developer or an ops guy. So dev plus ops guys, and then they push the code into the either Git or Bitbucket, whichever the one. So either Git or Bitbucket, they commit the code, they push the code, they integrate the code all together. So once the code has been pushed through Git or Bitbucket into the GitHub or another any code repository, any source code manager. So once the code has been pushed, once the code has been stored in that, now it's time for Jenkins to fetch that code. So the Jenkins comes into the picture, and then we will write a Jenkins file, and then the Jenkins file will fetch the code, and then that code will be sent to either one side. The code will be given to the file. If it is a terraform.tf file, the .tf file will be given to the Terraform, and if it is a Packer file, Packer template, HCL Packer HCL template, that will be sent to the Packer server. So here we will have a Terraform server and then Packer server. So for the both the servers, the files, respective files will be sent by the Jenkins. Okay, once it is sent, now so the infrastructure deployment will be done by Terraform. The infrastructure building or creation will be done by the Terraform, and then AMI trigger built will be done by the Jenkins to the Packer. So Packer will build a AMI, and then Terraform will build EC2 instance. So now Terraform into action. So it has spin up the instance. We will use a Docker. So it has spin up the instance. Now AWS EC2 instance is ready for you. On other side, you have a Packer. Packer has built an AWS AMI. So now so whenever, so as we have made it a pipeline, so now the next process here is, as a DevOps guy or as a developer or ops guy, I have updated few changes in my Packer template. You know the Packer template, that's HCL Packer template. I have added more provisioners, I have added more sources like parallel building, and then I have also added more uh, provisioners and more information, more activities to be done. So those updates, the new updates, new code changes has been pushed and committed to the code repository through Git or Bitbucket. Once it is done, then Jenkins again triggers the build AMI through the Packer. So now it's going to build a new updated, upgraded AMI. So this upgraded AMI will be pushed into the Terraform, and then this Terraform will take this AMI, and then it will spin up the new instance. So this is how you can continuously build build your EC2 instances through the changes that you have given to the Packer template HCL. I hope it's clear, or else I would just uh, summarize the whole pipeline. So you make a changes to your HCL template. You have added a new provisioner, some new activities to your template. Then it will be pushed to the code repository through Git or Bitbucket. Then Jenkins comes into the action once the code has been pushed into the pushed or committed into the code repository. Automatically the Jenkins triggers the build pipeline. So the pipeline once the pipeline has been built, so it will trigger a build AMI to the packer. So the packer comes into the action, and then it will build an AMI image with the new changes, and then the updated new image AWS AMI can be seen here. So now this image will be taken by the Terraform, and then Terraform get this new updated AMI, and then it will set up, or it will spin up the new instance. This is how it works. So now let us and one more thing, for the configuration it's going to use either Ansible or a shell uh, or chef. Basically, I'm when I said provisioner, I just mentioned about the shell only, but you can use either of the tool, Ansible or chef. So any tool you can add, even Puppet. This one is the fourth one is the Puppet. So anyone you can add. So if for in the same example, so next time you want to add more features, you want to add more configuration features to your AWS AMI image. For that, now initially you have only shell provisioner. So now you want to add a chef provisioner. So then DevOps guy added the chef provisioner, then he pushed the code, committed the code, Jenkins got triggered the build pipeline, then Jenkins trigger build AMI, then Packer comes into the action, then Packer has built a new image with the uh, chef provisioner activities, and once that is done, so it got updated with the new image. Now the Terraform takes this new image and spins the new instance. This is the continuous pipeline. A continuous integration is there at this part, and continuous deployment is there. So deployment is taking place here. So this is how a CI/CD pipeline can be built with a Packer and Terraform using Jenkins automation tool. So now let me show the documentation one. So let me this, yeah, here you can see build immutable infrastructure with a Packer and CI/CD. Let's look into the overview. So this, actually I'm just going through this guide so that if anybody wants to do if anybody wants to create a CI/CD pipeline with Packer, so this is where you can find the information. So this guide focuses on the following workflow for building immutable infrastructure. So this workflow can be manual or automated, and it can be implemented with a variety of technologies. So the goal of this guide is to show how the workflow can be fully automated using the Packer for building images from a continuous integration or continuous deployment pipeline. So first we can do any of three. So build images using Packer in CI/CD, or upload the new images to S3. So once the image has been built, you can upload that to S3 bucket. Either one is CI/CD. So let me go to this build images using Packer in CI/CD. This is what we have seen. So this guide consists of these two examples. One is how to build immutable infrastructure with Packer and Circle CI workflows. Other one is Packer and Ansible to build immutable infrastructure in CodeShip. Let me click on this, and I'll just quickly go through this so that you will have a clear idea. This is written by the Bear. He's a senior staff security operations in Circle CI block. So it's an actual official website of CircleCI.com. So instead of using Jenkins automation, you can use a Circle CI. So here is the complete flow how to do. You can find the files also. Yes. So this is how you can build your CI/CD pipeline with Circle CI also. However, I have taken the example of Jenkins automation tool, not CI/CD, not Circle CI. Anyway, so this is how we build our CI/CD pipeline with Packer and Terraform and automation tool such as Jenkins or Circle CI or anything else. So let's wrap up the Packer. So we have begun with looking at the pain points with the existing tools, and then we have seen the benefits of Packer and what is Packer, and then we have seen some of the use cases of the Packer. Then we have seen the Packer terminology such as artifacts, builds, builders, commands, data sources, post processors, provisioners, and templates. And after that, we have looked into the Packer command CLI. We have done the first exercise, that is installation of Packer CLI into the Linux machine, that is Ubuntu. Then we have demonstrated various Packer commands such as Packer init, Packer build, Packer console, Packer inspect, Packer fix, Packer validate, Packer FMT. So this kind of commands, sub commands we have demonstrated, and after that we have moved into the Packer templates. So the initial Packer template that we have seen is Packer template using JSON format. So we have completely gone into the in depth of the JSON. So the builder section we have seen, then the provisioner section we have seen, then user variable section we have seen. After that we have seen a theoretical complete procedure to build an Azure image with the package. Then we have entered into the demonstration of creating Azure AWS, Amazon Web Services, AMI image using JSON and JSON template and Packer. So that's what we have did it. So we have created an uh, Azure Amazon machine image using Packer. So then we have entered into Packer templates using HCL format. Then we have moved into HCL format. We have seen the basics of HCL format, and we have seen the documentation of the HCL format. Then we have started our exercise. Our first exercise is to install the Packer in Windows machine. Then our second exercise is to build our first image. Then our third exercise is to uh, add a provisioner to that. Then the fourth exercise is using variables. Then we have run the parallel builds, and finally we have closed that with the post processors like tagging an image. I hope you enjoyed this Packer session, not only Packer, Terraform, Ansible, Packer. So if you enjoyed it, you just please kindly spread this videos to everybody so that everybody can get benefit out of it. You just because I'm putting a lot of my resources and efforts to just give this all knowledge just for free of cost. I'm not expecting anything other than just a love from you. Thank you, and keep watching, keep loving, keep liking, keep subscribing it, and keep spreading. See you again in another module, the fifth module of this Intuitive DevOps for You course.